Okay, episode 8. So, we got through the Captain Buggy arc. It was awesome. Um, alright, so things to talk about. Well, it was a good fight, the back and forth. I laughed out loud again, when Luffy kicked Buggy's lower half in the crotch. Always hilarious, but the timing was good. The drawing, clearly the author is like a godlike artist, because like I guess having like a pirate made of rubber, he just like the exaggerated like limbs and stuff when Luffy punches and kicks, it's pretty awesome. uh it's, that was cool. uh okay, so like I looked up online the definition of a pirate: someone who attacks and or robs a ship at sea. So like again, how are they pirates? Like Luffy's team, because he says they are, and it's that stuff at the end where it's like, I get it's supposed to be funny or whatever to his thing, where after he defeats him and the townspeople show up, and it's like Luffy goes out of his way to like be like, no, I'm not, no, like okay, yeah, he's like, it's the truth. Where like he knocked out the mayor, and then he's like, yeah, we're pirates, and it's like, okay, but again, Luffy's not some dude who like grew up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, right? Or are we supposed to know that, or what? Like he's in a barrel. Okay, he was in a barrel, but like no, we saw him. He was a kid who grew up around people. Luffy, stop being such a mentally handicapped sociopath. Like it gets annoying, And I get it's supposed to be funny, but it's like, okay, all right. Anyway, it was really cool how it all like came full circle with the dog like kind of barking at the townspeople to save them. But even again, it's like, okay, they're not ever gonna have Luffy and the crew be actual like bad guys or villains. Where it's like Luffy even left behind like, you know, half of the treasure and all that for the townspeople. And they, you know, unintentional heroes, I guess. I don't know. Was Luffy fighting because he, you know, they're the unintentional good guys, but it's like they're obviously like, well, no. See, Luffy, it does care about the thing, and I'm probably thinking way too hard about this. But again, it's like I guess I associate pirates are the bad guys, right? Like you're not a pirate unless you're doing like actual like evil things. Like I don't know. I'm thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean, where the Black Pearl showed up at night, and the zombie crew, or the Black Pearl crew, are like really destroying the entire town looking for the medallion. And it's like I guess that's what I associate with pirates. And it's like that's a whole other thing. The Pirates of the Caribbean, like see, like Jack Sparrow was uh, still a pirate because he was still doing pirate like stuff, and it's like okay, yeah, he kind of saved the day, but that's because he is a pirate and a good man. That was kind of a weird theme they were going for there. That like you know deep inside he was still like a good dude, and that's kind of what the whole trilogy of the Pirates of the Caribbean was about. The second two movies, Dead Man's Chest and you know At World's End, where it all came down to like you know I'm getting off topic, like stuff that Captain Jack does. Anyway, other than that, I guess I need to let that go. I know they're the good guys and they're going to be the good guys, and it's just like, this, how are they pirates? I guess Nami is, but anyway. Uh, all right. um, all right. What else to talk about with this episode? It was a good fight. Yeah. Other than that, wait. I'm sorry. Did I skip over a whole thing where we talked about Shanks's Shanks and Buggy and how they met? I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about that whole thing. Whoa. Uh, okay, so like, again, yeah, where they're like, pirates in training. I guess it's their internship or something, and how Buggy ate the devil fruit. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. When I was a kid, again, the promos for Toonami, where it's like Luffy's gonna be king of the pirates. Only problem is he can't swim, and I guess I didn't really make it to that episode when I was watching as a kid, because yeah, they made it seem like Luffy just doesn't know how to swim or something. But like, it's revealed like, oh yeah, you eat the devil fruit, and then it, I guess, immobilizes your body and all that whenever you're in water. So that's pretty crazy, and that's pretty cool. Like, that just okay, yeah, the devil fruit just makes it so you can't be in water, and that's pretty crazy. And I wonder how they're gonna go about that in the future. Like, yeah, you know, interesting. Uh, Trying to think of like just other stuff to talk about. Like, yeah, Shanks. I'm in the comedy and stuff where it's like, all right, but it's again, it's funny, but it's a little annoying. Where it's like of how Shanks made Buggy eat the devil fruit unintentionally. And it's like I get it, but so yeah, I like the episode. It's good, and I'm looking forward to what happens next. I got Nami and the crew, Nami, Zoro, and Luffy, and again, it's cool like watching it progress as it slowly builds and stuff keeps happening. Kinetic energy. It's all pretty awesome. Okay, yeah.